page si je ne le veux pas? À quoi bon lire ce livre si tu n'y figures pas? Je suis malade de toi. Je suis malade de toi. À quoi bon lire ce livre si tu n'y figures pas? Je souffre d'une maladie qui porte ton nom, qui fait que je t'aime plus que de raison. Pourquoi tourner la page si je ne le veux pas? À quoi bon lire ce livre si tu n'y figures pas? Je suis malade de toi. Je suis malade de toi. À quoi bon lire ce livre si tu n'y figures pas? Can you see me dying for your love? Can you feel me? Can you see me crying? Ooh, ooh. Can you feel me dying? Can you hear me calling for your love? Can you see me crying? Can you see me crying, baby, baby? Can you feel me dying? Can you hear me calling for your love? Can you see me crying? Just come back, 'cause I miss you. Just come back, 'cause I miss you. Kaysha. Tonight I don't wanna waste my time with bullshit. There's no turning back, I'm on my way. Going to the club with all my soldiers. They know that I'm about to burn the place. Looking for a girl who's got the skills to make me feel alright. Someone I can count on when I say it's time for 69. I just need to have fun, I need to leave the past behind. No need to think, give me a dream. I wanna leave all my troubles away. I wanna do more than any words can say. I don't wanna waste my time. I just wanna fuck tonight. Your to give me what I need. Move your body, body, work your body, body on the dance floor. Don't hurt nobody, body. Gotta leave this place right now, babe. I want you so bad. I wanna leave all my troubles away. I wanna do more than any words can say. I don't wanna waste my time. I just wanna fuck tonight. Let me know what's on your mind. 'Cause I wanna fuck tonight.
Fuck what your friends say, cut the bullshit. I know you want me, you know I want it. Come and take a sip next to me. Pop champagne, it's all on me. Call them strippers, let's get it on. We got dollar bills, let's make it rain. Pole dancing, booty shaking. Let's go home, invite everybody. Tell your best friend, she can come too. She can watch you as I do you. You can watch her while my boy AC does her killer tag team.
Yeah. Welcome to Club Shada episode 246. This show is brought to you by Shada, where the gods of good fortune. It is midnight and 46 here in Lisbon, Portugal. I hope everybody is doing good. I hope everybody is in the best spirits. I'm good. I'm good. Listen. Yeah. I want to say a big shout out to 206,000 subscribers on the channel with a total of 2 million views now every month. Don't forget that when Club Shada started, this channel was making 800,000 views per month, and now it's 2 million. So, of course, something going on. Being a TikTok hit is helping a lot, but there's also a lot of people that are subscribing and are coming to watch Club Shada. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So thanks to Isa, Vona Baby, 1050, Marc, Arlette, Fenelon, Sandra, Ilian, Vince, Tuati, etc., etc. Welcome to the Shada gang. You know how we do. Make yourself at home. Don't break anything, because we bite. I want to acknowledge the stream royalty, Sirène des Îles, with a 10 Canadian dollar donation, and every sponsor who are, helping, pushing, making it happen. I like this new shirt. What was I saying? Yeah, how you doing? I hope everybody's good. I hope I like my new intro. It's simpler. I plan to modify it from time to time. So it's gonna seem like it's always the same intro, but in reality it's gonna change from time to time. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna make it long, like I got my ideas, don't worry. Man, I can see the effect of the diet already. Look at this. Oof. These bodies. Listen. By the time I get 50, you're gonna see that body. Oh my God. I love this sound. ASMR. La. Listen. So, as always, let me know where you are watching from. Put the flag of where you are watching from and where you represent, and what time it is where you are watching. Whether you're watching from Canada, from France, from somewhere in the world. On est ensemble. So I'm not gonna stay too long tonight, because I got a lot of things to do tomorrow morning. Wait a minute. Let me look at my planning before I talk. Yeah, I got some stuff to do. Like, you have to release everything and upload everything you need for the month of December, because everybody in the distribution and the platforms are going on a holiday. So everything you want to be released, you have to start pushing them out now. So yeah, that's what I thought. Because look, when I was like this, right? And I was looking at the logo and I was like, why is the logo on my face? Normally I should be centered. You see? Good. So that, yeah, now we're talking. It's a little messy here. My phone is here. All right. Sorry, I like things to be. Even my glasses. I like everything to be in the right position, even the things that you don't see. Yeah, I got people like me tend to be like that. Yeah. So yeah, how's everybody doing? Who's here already? What's good? La Milliardaire, how are you? What's good? What's new? You know an idea that I have, La Milliardaire? I don't know if she will accept, but I think I'm going to invite Naturi. I'm going to try to contact her and ask her to come to Club Shada. Just not to talk about crazy stuff, just to know how she's been since all this time. Because some of you, everybody come from different reasons, but some of you came thanks to her, to the channel. So a lot of subscribers came after we did our two amazing shows, and I would love to know how she's doing, what she's doing in her new life. Does she plan to return on social media, etc., etc.? I would love to have an interesting conversation with her about those things. Oh, my bird oilies. C'est comme si tu avais pris d'anciens styles musicaux et que tu avais mixé avec des nouveaux styles en mettant la touche Kaysha. Ah, pourtant, c'est des sons qui datent de 2008 ou 2007, je ne me rappelle plus. L'album de AC Jordan que j'ai produit... Oh, ça date. Jujuzinia. How are you, sister? You doing good? Did you see in the show with Annabella Miranda 2 episodes ago, I asked a question for you. I asked a coaching question for you. So if you didn't see it, go check it out. Let me put the link in the chat for you. Go to my YouTube studio. I asked a coaching question. I don't remember if you... So what if you're dealing with pressure? Which one was it? Oh, that was here. Self-branding. Get a link. Let me put the link here. Boom. Thank you. Just wearing a black shirt. On prend l'argent là où il est. Attends que je fasse mon prochain tatouage, tu vas voir. Ça va être tatouage ASMR là. Je te jure. Non mais ça je peux pas boire dans la bouteille. Les bouteilles en plastique là j'ai pas confiance donc. Je suis dit allez. Je sors un verre mais je fais attention. « 1h50 au pays de Macron. » Manu. What's good, MJ? I mean, I'm gonna try not to spoil it for you. And I'm gonna try to let you see it without having the tropism. I don't know if you say this in English, but... Whoop, 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 whoop. Un Béninois à Montréal, 750 in Montreal, 550 in Edmonton, if I remember well. Wagima, what up? How you been? Oh putain. Non, j'ai pas la force. Banga 2 times, what's goody? Lovely. Oh, Dalia MTV, enfin. Finally, you're back. So when do you invite me to the show? And Samedi, I'm ready. Listen. Let's talk about a few things, shall we? So, what did I want to talk about? Let me look at my subject. Oh, listen. I got just 2 free things. I want to talk first about something that I found very interesting for us content creators, right? It's YouTube. YouTube is adding... never been there. YouTube is adding some brand new, a lot of new things. I don't know if you saw them. They actually changed the app. They revamped the app and they added a few features that are interesting. I kind of like the new app. Let me see if I find YouTube updates. There's only one thing I still don't understand when you're doing a live. The like access is not as easy to find as it should, in my opinion. But okay. So let me see. Is it the latest? Let me go to the YouTube blog to see what they're saying. Million, blah 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 blah. Design, mobile, YouTube Shorts. Yeah. Handles. No. October 24. It's been a month. New design element, new product features, a splash of color. Color was a kitty. Blah 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 blah. YouTube links in video description will change to buttons. Okay, yeah. No, there was something about live streaming. Wait. YouTube live together. I think they're almost there. So now you can invite a guest to do a live stream together, just straight from YouTube. Like if you both have a YouTube channel, you can send a person a link from your YouTube channel directly without any program, just from the app, and you can be live just like you would do a live on Instagram. I think this is interesting. It's not enough, but it's interesting. It's interesting because for people who just want to go do a mobile only live, that would not be interesting to me, but I think it's interesting to do something they should have done, in my opinion, 2 years ago, when Instagram was killing everything during the quarantine. Instagram was killing everything live, and YouTube had all the tools, but I don't know why they didn't do exactly this. So you can go live together with a guest. So you just click go live together, and then you just send the link to that person, and the person comes, and it shows each person's with their YouTube channel, it's just like on Instagram. And listen, I believe this should have been done long time ago. So finally it's here. A little late, but listen, it's never too late, I guess. I think it's an interesting feature. I don't think it go far enough. I saw a video of YouTube explaining the whole process of doing those lives and stuff, but I think something that is missing, that is actually something that works well on Instagram. If you go live on Instagram and let's say you live and you have 1,000 followers. When you go live, your 1,000 followers are notified that you are live, right, on Instagram. So all your followers can see the red light on top, the red around on top, showing that you are live. Okay, cool. And they come to the live. But now, if you have anybody that you invite to the live, so let's say you invite me and my 200,000 followers on Instagram, or 260, I don't remember, on Instagram. Now, all my people are notified as if I was live. And for them, they just see Kaysha is live. So when I come in, you have an influx of all my followers coming. Now, let's say we invite my wife to the conversation after 10 minutes. Then we're going to have an influx of all her people, because they're going to have a notification, and anybody who follow her will see that she's live. And if we invite if we invite Lil Maro or MJ, all his followers will be notified, and the platform treats it as if all of us were live. And that, to me, is the thing that is missing, I believe, on I mean, I guess maybe they will add it after, but that is missing on the Instagram on the YouTube platform. It just feels that it's your live, and your guests, even if they can see their YouTube channel, it's not as if you just on the YouTube channel of the person, there will be something telling you that, hey, this person is live with that person over there. Only the people from the main channel that is live will know that that person is live. So as always with Google, as I always say, the same as story, the same as everything. If you want to copy something, copy it completely. Then you add stuff. But I mean, listen. Because for example, when we do live streams here, okay, I use Ecamm. I use a different program separate from YouTube, right? But imagine if YouTube decided to compete with StreamYard or Melon app, which are live streaming applications that are web-based, where just for example, we're speaking of Naturie Ben, she was using StreamYard to do her live stream. So StreamYard is easy, everything is on the net. You give a link to the people, they can come in, join the live, etc., etc. Because we are using separate app, if somebody comes to Club Shada, they will not, if I invite Dalia, for example, Dalia MTV comes, I invite her to Club Shada to talk, nobody will know that she's from her followers unless she messages them or sends an Instagram or sends a message on her community tab on YouTube, something. Her followers, the people who come to her channel will not be notified that she's live on my channel because we are using a separate application. Now, if YouTube wanted to kill this game, what they should do is create for people a way to go live together on YouTube, but not only on mobile, but also on the desktop and anywhere actually, mobile, desktop, etc. And when if I give a link to people to come right now from YouTube, you can directly from your phone just click on it inside the YouTube app and you can be part of the show. And then all your followers, if you have followers on YouTube, are notified the same way you guys are notified when I go live. And now it makes sense. Now it's an interesting feature. For now, it's just it's just playing catch up. And I don't understand that with all this money and all these bright minds working at these companies, they only copy features halfway. I give you another feature that I don't understand why they do this. And actually, I kind of don't use the YouTube stories anymore because of that. Let's say I post 10 stories on my Instagram, and now I have my Instagram has auto saving. So all my stories are saved on my computer. Let's say I want to go to WhatsApp and I want to post all my stories on WhatsApp. I can select up to 30 videos on WhatsApp, and then it will upload everything in the order they are. That's on WhatsApp. On YouTube, you have to upload them one by one. It makes no sense. You're gonna tell me that you have a platform where I can be live in 4K to the whole world, and you are not able to just program the possibility of me taking my last 10 stories and upload everything? It's so hard to program. Now, that's you being lazy. That's your people not wanting to go the extra mile, and you guys always trying everything and never finishing stuff. That's my main gripe with Google. A lot of times when they started doing the Google Plus, the doomed Google Plus, it was the same stuff. You wanted to do a Facebook, but you wanted to do something overcomplicated that made no sense with the circles and stuff, and it didn't work. It didn't work because people have an idea of what is a social media, and people would have been part of that social media if you only did what was the good way to do, which is what Instagram is doing or Twitter is doing is you should have just taken YouTube and make YouTube your social network, because it was already a social network. All you had to do was add the possibility of people to have a better profile on the YouTube channel, and that was it. And like, we all have YouTube channels. Each channels would have been the profiles, and then you would have made the YouTube comments a little different, the notification, and it was it. Now they needed to recreate a whole, and they also had Orkut that was working in Brazil, and they could have also turned that one into something. But no, they always want to reinvent the wheel in a square way. Bro, the wheel is round. Just stop thinking that you can do it better. Sometime it has been done already. It's the same as the verification on YouTube. I got a verified channel. Why don't you make a blue check mark in a round like everybody else? Nah, you want to do some gray stuff. So listen, when I comment on YouTube, it's strange. Like, try to be, social media, the internet has some unwritten rules, and at a point, everybody will do things more or less. It's the same as a Snapchat. You want to see your message on every app, you swipe on the right. On Snapchat, it has to be on the left. Why? It's like, why you want to be different from everybody? And it makes people just don't want to use your app. So listen, I'll see what they do from. We'll see what they do from this new feature. And yeah, what am I gonna do? I don't think I'll be using it because I use Ecamm to do my live, but hey, maybe. Oh, I need to take something. Give me a second. Where's the mute of this thing? Yeah, with those likes, doesn't cost money. On peut zoomer sur les vidéos maintenant et je peux zoomer au plus près sur mon bébé Idriss. Il était à Abidjan d'ailleurs, j'ai cru comprendre. Pour un event où j'ai failli aller d'ailleurs. Quand je le rencontrerai, je t'appellerai. Je t'enverrai une vidéo sur DM. Ou on t'appellera sur Insta. On se mettra live, on dira, hey, viens. Je lui dirai, on appelle qui? Je dirai, t'inquiète pas. T'inquiète pas, on gère. this Go Live Together feature is nice. It helps channels to grow together. Imagine if it can be streamed on both channels at the same time, for example, or it notifies your audience when you feature. From the video that they put, that's exactly what I'm saying. They don't do it for yet. I think they said they're thinking about it for the future, but for now, it only notified the main video. So I don't see the point. To me, they should listen. They need to call me and pay me to give them some good advices. Ding, ding, ding. Mountain of NSP was goody. I hope you're doing great as well. Kisses to the family, to the nieces, and to the wife. Yeah, so that's what happened. What? Oh my God. They should lock the size of these comments. Ok, je lui dirai. Je lui ferai passer le message. Si un jour je le croise, je lui dirai. Je n'oublierai pas. Hey. Alright, something else I want to talk about before I go into tonight's subject. I want to talk about the hypocrisy of the Western world when it comes to the World Cup in Qatar. So, and it's interesting because, so I guess you get, I don't even know when you get the notification or the confirmation that your country is gonna become the host of the World Cup, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is, I believe that in this woke world where everybody is waking up to give lessons to others, especially countries, people are forgetting that the world events like the Olympic Games or the World Cup, those are events that are supposed to bring people together. Even people who, that disagree. Sports is bringing people together. And it's actually, I guess, what's interests everybody is more the money that people make, right? So, back during the World War, all the countries went to Germany, to Nazi Germany, to compete for the World War. And at that point, it was like, hey, listen, the concept of the Olympic Games, the all these World Cups is all our differences don't matter this month or these few weeks that we are playing to know who's the best in terms of sport, and we are respecting each other, and then everybody goes home and continue whatever they were doing. That to me was a spirit. And now it feels like, we're in a world of people who love to give lessons. And so did the world discover that the Qataris were... Did the world discover that the Qataris were treating the builders and all these people bad before? No. Especially France was taking their money forever. France was taking their money, all the time. They were sponsoring events, games. Even the Parisian team belonged to them. And at a point, you have to decide what you want to do. Like, either you want to live in a world that is, I guess, open and with differences, and you want to go invest your money in different countries. But you also have to understand that some countries will invest their money in your country as well, right? And I believe the problem of the Western world is that we don't realize that we represent, us Europeans and Occidentals and Americans, Canadians, we represent 8% of the world. The rest of the 92%, it's India, China, Africa, etc., right? And you decide where you see yourself in. Like, we can be from both places at the same time, but I mean, I'm talking about just country of citizenship, right? Or where we live. And that's where, to me, it feels like there's this, it reminds me of how all these people started having excuses to colonize the world with, we know better than you, we are the good guys, let us take over everybody. And so we are now in a world where everybody in Europe and in the US is just believing that, they're right on everything. And they can do all the shitty stuff. They can invade everybody. But because they are the forces of good, they have an excuse. Whenever it's other people doing the same thing as them, all of a sudden, they use all the media to make people believe that, And it was so interesting that, so all these years before the Qatar signed, since Qatar, everybody knew where the World Cup was, right? And everybody was taking the money. FIFA took billions, everybody, And then now that they begun, everybody wants to decide that they want to drink alcohol. In those countries, you don't drink alcohol. That's the rule there. I'm not saying that I agree, I disagree. Listen, I don't drink alcohol, so I don't care. But when you go in somebody else's country, you have to play by their rules. When you go to the US, they scrutinize you, they want to look into your ass, all that shit just for you to pass their frontier. And sometimes you want to tell them, hey, you think your country's a diamond? I just came here for holiday to go to the strip club and chill and go to the beach. You think I want to stay here in your country where everybody's killing each other? No, I don't. I'm coming here for 10 days and then I'm out. So do I have to wait 5 hours to get in? Sometimes I want to tell them that when I arrive at the immigration. I'm like, yo, it's just a country, just coming in, coming out. I don't subscribe to the American dream, right? And then once you're there, you have rules. You have a set of rules that are work for the Americans and they are made for them, etc., etc. You come to France, there's a different set of rules. And it's a different set of the way politics are done, etc. You go to Congo, it's a different set of rules. Or sometimes there's no rule, depending on how much money you have, etc., etc. When you go to Dubai or to the Emirates, it's different rules. It's different rules. And listen, I'm not saying I agree with them. I'm just saying that if you believe that you want that inclusion, all the marginalized group to feel accepted, etc., etc., you should have thought of all this before deciding to take the money from Qatar and have them do the World Cup there. You should have thought about all of this first. I thought I was comfortable with this, but I'm not. You should have thought about all of this before deciding to do the World Cup there. And you wouldn't have all the activists everywhere. I want to have Rambos. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to drink beer. Listen. It's their country. And going to other people's country and trying to turn them into what you want them to be, as if there was like one way to think and that way was yours, it has a remnant of colonialism. We know what's right for everybody. We know how societies have to be. And yeah, the things you don't accept, we don't agree. And listen, I'm not for slavery. I'm not for treating workers and having people die and be treated in horrible conditions. I'm not for that. The way people are treated, all these Indian people and African people who come to work in Dubai, you know, building all these things in the Middle East, and the way those people are, I mean, not all of them, but the way some people treat other humans is despicable. But don't pretend that you discovered this when you arrived there for the World Cup. You've knew this all this time. And sorry to say, but you don't treat people better when they have to all cross the cemetery that is the Mediterranean Sea and coming from North Africa trying to get to Europe. You don't treat them better. You treat them like animals too. And listen, we just had this happen in Portugal. It's happening right now, actually. And I was like, look at this. Nobody's talking about this around the world, but here in Portugal, this is the scandal. CNN had an article, right? Let me find a good place to talk about this. No, not this. I think it was on CNN. On CNN Portugal. Wait. That was crazy. I was like, oh, look at this. All right. So it's happening right now in Portugal. There was a ring of people in Portugal that are in a region called Alentejo. So that's the rural central part of Portugal, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of the people, they take all these Indians and they make them live in horrible conditions. Like the image you see here, they all live like 10, 20 people there, no water, no hot water, and it's crazy what's happening. So of course the police dismantled a whole group of people that were actually doing traffic of people and slavery in Portugal, in Europe. And listen, two wrongs don't make a right. Saying, I'm not trying to say, since you do it, who cares about what? No, it's not this. Is stop pointing fingers on other people when we see how you treat people. People in France, some people don't have a choice. They came here, they're trying to get papers, and they're trying to get a decent place to live. They live sometimes in a 9 meter square, and they make them pay 700 euros to live in a cave with no windows in Paris, the most beautiful city of the world. Under that city, people live like rats. Humans have treated other humans like shit forever in this world. And all these journalists that are pretending that once they arrive in Qatar, they want to do justice, take a look at where you live as well. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't mean that what's happening in other countries is right. It just means that stop pointing fingers as if you were perfect. That's my opinion. And listen, you decided that you want to have a whole game with a competition, a worldwide competition with everybody. Well, let's do competition with everybody. And yeah, have the Russians be there, have the Ukrainians be there. And listen, it used to be those times where those who are in conflict on the field of sports, we left all this behind, and it was the camaraderie of sports. And I don't know why people are doing as if like the war in Ukraine is the first war that ever happened in the world. We have wars in Congo, you don't care. There's wars in Sudan, you don't care. There's lots of war here and there, like people are stomping on the one country, I think it's Azerbaijan. It's between Azerbaijan and another and the Armenians, I think. One of these countries are doing exactly the same that Russia is doing to Ukraine, and nobody cares. Why? Because they don't have an investment or whatever the reason. Listen, miss me with all that shit. If you knew that you didn't accept the whole thing, then in this case, either you decide to not cover from the get-go, either you decide to not take the money or not do the competition there and change the dates from the summer to the winter just to accommodate the people. That's money. So if you took the money, you take the money and shut up. Don't be a mercenary when the money comes and then all of a sudden you are virtue signaling once the competition come and everybody's like, oh, what you mean we can't do this? What you mean I can't kiss my boyfriend if he's gay? What you mean I can't drink alcohol here? What's going on? Yeah, it's Qatar. Oh, you don't check the rules of countries when you go there? Like you believe that when you arrive somewhere, you can just walk around and pretend like you're an embassy and rules don't apply to you? Why do Occidental people think that when they go to other countries, but when those people come to your country, the first thing you tell them is that you have to speak French. You have to assimilate. You have to be like us. And what? But when those people go to Africa, they live together. Even when they go to the US, even here in Portugal, they all go to Pinhal Novo or to Chiado, and they're all between French people. I see them. I hear them. Some neighborhoods now, you go, everybody speak French, and you're like, oh, you're all together here. That's communitarism. Wait. Back there in France, communitarism, now it means that you're a terrorist. But that's exactly what they do when they go to other people's country, and they don't understand when people do it in their countries. Please, listen. Ah là là, les colonisateurs. Free thinker, what up? Yep. I think mostly Westerners live in a bubble and believe their way of civilization is the only way or the best way. Listen, it might be the best way, but it's yours. Listen, I told you 1,000 times how how many times I had to argue with artists about the way they were handling their business, the way they were handling their careers. And I knew the right way to do it. But they would tell me, hey, we understand your way. It's not the only way. And I was telling, no, it's the only way. It's the best way. And it was like, no, it might be the best way to you, but I want to do it differently. Some people, yeah, they want to trick the system. They want to fuck their way to the top. They want to bribe their way to the top. They want to bully their way to the top. I was like, no, let's do it honestly and let's take our time. It might take 20 years, but in 20 years, we're there. And some people, no, they want to do it in 1 year. And you tell them, ooh, you might burn yourself in the process. And they're like, no, I know, don't worry, I'm Icarus. And then, yeah, they burn themselves and you look at them, you're like, I told you. But listen, I stopped telling myself that I need to be the guy saying to people, I told you. I stopped having that stress because actually everybody decides for themselves. I don't go to other people's house, my neighbor's house, telling them how to raise their children, what to do, etc. If somebody asks me my opinion, I give my opinion. If once they have my opinion, they're still going to do what they want to do. I don't decide for them. Europeans and Americans have these habits of wanting to tell everybody, yeah, how to do everything because they used to be the rulers of this planet. And in a way, they're still, they also think they are the morality police, but can't even call out their own police or governments. So to me, it's pretentious. Yes, pretentious. I was wondering what's going on. There's a rainbow in the sky in Qatar. I'm sure they're trying to catch the rainbow. Well, listen. Is their country? I believe that we have to let every country move at their own pace. And listen, some people, they are not interested in our models of society. And listen, our models of society are a little chaotic these days. So some people are like, nah, we don't want to have gilets jaunes and all that stuff. Some people, they're like, nah, we prefer controlling our people. Hey, we don't live there. So do we want them to advance as a civilization? Yes. But advancing, does it mean following us? Or it means just advancing in their way? You see what I mean? Listen, I believe that my choice of careers took me to a good place for me. But some people might say, hey, listen, you should have done that, you should have done that, your price should have been that, whatever. And I can't say nothing other than, listen, it's your opinion. What am I gonna do? You see what I mean? Why should we treat any country that doesn't have democracy the way we see it? Why do we have to force democracy, the English language, our version of the internet to everybody? When, listen, we've seen what they do sometimes. They're going to use it against you. So yeah, the West doesn't even have values anymore. It's just money. We learn to dodge a bullet or two or incorporate into a dance move. Hey, rules are rules, period. Every country has its own rule. Yep, I do believe. And the thing is, I understand. Listen, I have enough LGBT family members, aunties, cousins, friends, people that I really grew up with, to understand that. I wouldn't want them to live in a country where they have to hide. And luckily for us, whether it was in Congo or in France, they never had to hide who they were. So from a kid, and I guess, listen, we were lucky we had money. So maybe it changes something. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure they have stories to tell, and I'm not the one, it's not my story to tell, but yeah, I wouldn't want them to live in countries where somebody would cut their hands because they are what they are. And there are some countries in Africa where it is still prohibited by the law and it's a crime, and others countries, and it depends where you go, right? There are hate crimes everywhere. So yeah, I would fear for my family members and my friends. But if they tell me, hey, I'm going to watch the game in whatever, I would tell them, well, try to pretend you are not what you are, because they don't play there. Now, if you are provoking and you are doing everything to be put in jail or to do what they will perceive as disrespect, they, not me, just don't go. Now, all these people, they want to go and they want to force their way, and they want to force like the acceptance of some people who say, no, we don't. What you want me to say? Like, at a point, listen, if you tell me that, listen, I remember I was in Ukraine, and I took a taxi to go from the Kizomba festival to the hotel. And listen, and listen, before going to Ukraine, I was like, okay, it was 2018, I think. So it was still there was already all the situation that all you guys pretend started in February was already there. Because I remember that I look at the map. I remember looking at the map of where there is conflict. And listen, my father being an ex Congolese CIA agent and director, and having his people, was like, send me a message. Are you going where? I was like, oh, how you know? I didn't even know you cared about where I go. It was like, wait a minute. Where are you going? What city exactly? It was like, I'm going to Kharkiv. It was like, okay. Yeah, be careful. And if I send you a message and I tell you to leave, be ready to leave. I'm like, yeah, always. So I look at the map and I was like, okay, wait. The bombing, the fighting, the segregationists and the Western Ukraine, it was 100 kilometers from where I was performing. And I was like, So I called my friend Olga. I was like, are you sure? And she was like, nah, don't worry. I'm like, okay, if you tell me no worry, let's go. I arrived there and okay, everything was fine. So one night I go out of and I saw a lot of documentaries too about all the neo-Nazi groups that were out there, etc., etc. So I was like, okay, well, hey, listen, if there's a Kizomba festival, I guess you still have some people. So listen, when I arrived, everything was cool, etc., etc. But at a point, I go from the Kizomba festival to the hotel at 2 or 3 a.m. Minus 14 degrees outside. I get in the taxi. Listen, when I got in the taxi, I knew that this guy didn't want me here. The face of the guy, the way he looked at me, he didn't even speak. I just told the name of the hotel. He took me there. At a point, he went, listen, the path was a little long. He took me to a forest. He went through a forest and I was like, okay, that might be the moment where people don't find me anymore. And then I arrive at the hotel. He just opened the door. He just unlocked the door and he didn't say nothing. I asked how much it was. He didn't, listen, I just saw at the counter. I paid him. No, it was an Uber, sorry. I just opened the door. I left, and I know the guy was not happy that I was in his car. I knew it. And yeah, listen, if somebody told me, hey, in this place, it's better not to go, is this, is that, I'm not trying my luck. I went there because I knew all the, listen, the whole thing was fine. But I never slept tight. I always slept like ready to go. I never unpacked my suitcase. I was like, I opened my suitcase, took what I need, and I had my suitcase by the door ready. And I was always like, listen, because 100 kilometers is not far. You can do this in an hour. So I was like, ready for what's happening now. Some people are like, oh, it's not a surprise what happened. It's not the subject. But listen, I remember that I was just like, yeah, this place is smelling bad. Something's gonna happen. I didn't know when, but I was like, yo, this is And yeah, I remember I was looking at the map. I was on Google Map. Wait, let me go to Google Maps. I'm going to show you exactly what I was looking for. So I was on Google Maps looking at, okay. So I was here. Where was I? Where's Kharkiv? What you mean connection lost? What's wrong with the Wi-Fi? No, there's something wrong with my. Finally, okay. Kharkiv. All right, it's there. So I was performing here, right? And all the fighting was. How is it? I think it's here, somewhere around here. Not sure. Let me see. Kharkiv to Donetsk. Yeah, you see? It's not far. In one day, you could wake up and listen. Hey, sometimes you go perform in places and listen, there's some places in Congo that, I would love to go and perform. But sometimes I'm like, listen, I'm not sure. I want to go in some places and it's my country. And I'm protected, etc. But sometimes don't try your luck. That's what I mean. And it doesn't mean capitulate. It just means that some places, they have different set of views, rules, a society that is different. It doesn't mean that they're wrong. It means that they're different. And going everywhere, telling them, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Yeah, listen. Maybe you believe he's going to push them into the right direction in your opinion. Maybe not. Exactly what I said. There are places I won't visit because I know the way they do their things there and I'm not comfortable with it. So it's simple for me. I don't go to these places. And I don't take their money when they want me to do something. You see what I mean? Weed is legal in Canada, but I don't judge country where it's illegal. I don't go there and try to force them to change their rules. When I'm there, I have to respect where I am. Yeah. Totally agree, Kaysha. This has been known. I know when I saw that when I was talking about it, but I know it was about something. For me, it's more than just not wearing clothes with rainbows. They kill the LGBT community over there. We can close our eyes or think it's their religion. We know it's not the religion. But it's the same thing. It's not about the clothes. Yeah. They kill people. Some people, they don't accept it. You cannot force people to accept it. Listen, to give you an example, a counter example, Julie. Here in Portugal, it's a Catholic country. And there's a lot of people that they bought apartments. There's a lot of people who have, their wife have the veil, the Muslim, etc. And nobody cares. And I mean, it's, people live the way they live, right? In France, it's been 40 years since I arrived in France that I'm hearing the debate about Muslim girls having the thing, oh, it's oppression, it's this, it's that. And even when the girl tells you, hey, I'm not oppressed, it's my choice, it's for God, blah, blah, blah. They don't care. They don't want. They're like, no, you oppressed. Now, the same people, they want to go to Iran, for example, which is a full metal jacket Muslim country, and the girl from Air France, one of them arrive and say, oh no, I'm not wearing nothing on my head, I'm a free woman. Why did you come, bitch? Colonialism spirit is what we don't like about the US and their friends. Yep. Tell them they think they are clean or saints. Come on. What up, Karim? There are some countries I personally don't want to visit because of their shit values. Yeah, me neither. I'm not trying to go there and change them. I'm going to let them change themselves, and then I'll go. See what I mean? Listen, some places are war torn. You think I want to go there? For what? No, I'm going to change them. No, I'm going to let them figure it out. Malcolm Beast, what up? It's interesting how Westerners always like to tell people that they're doing it wrong if such people are non-white. Hey. That is something else. Respect. You must have texted people, you know. You know how it is. You know how it is, bro. I had a show in IT planned, and I was invited by the son of the president. I get a call from my mom. It was just before they killed the president. I was supposed to go there, and I received a call from my parents. My mom called me. She was like, you have a show in IT? I was like, how you guys know? I thought I was... It was like, my mom said, you're not going. Don't go there. Dad is saying, don't go there. That's it. Listen, my dad prevented a president to be assassinated 2 times. So when he tells me don't go somewhere, I don't go somewhere. I don't come, I don't talk, I don't listen. I called my management. I said, do we have the 50% for the show? He said, I think we do. I said, send it back. Oh, why? Just send it back and tell them we're sorry, but because of the situation, we're not going. Yeah. And I called directly the son of the president. I said, bro, I don't think I'm going. And he was like, you are right not to come. I was like, oh shit, it's that bad? He was like, yo, it's about to be that bad. We already out of the country. I was like, oh shit. So the thing was not happening anyway. But you see what I mean? At a point, listen, if you are an activist, it's different. If you work on those ONGs and etc., yeah, maybe depending which one. But if you're a doctor and you come to save people's life, it's different. Everybody else, listen. Bro. Listen, when it's not my dad, it's some gangsters I know. I got in Paris and here in Portugal, I have some gangsters. Years after, sometimes they tell me, oh, you were in danger that day. there was this guy, he wanted to do whatever because of whatever girl. I was like, huh, what? It was like, don't worry. I got a call. I told the people that called me, hey, your boy's here. Such and such are trying to beat him up or whatever. And he was like, all right, tell them that if they touch him, I will take it as if they touched me. Okay. So people would go to them, talk to them, and they would be like, yep, if you touch him, it's like if you touch such and such. And they were like, what? How? Why? Like, listen, I'm just giving you the message. And they were like, oh, shit. Yeah. So, what can I tell you? It is what it is. What's up? My husband wants to visit North Korea, and I keep telling him that I'm not ready to be a widow. Oh my God. Listen, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how it is. Most people went there. It was fine. It's just different. But I mean, listen, never been there. I don't know how it is. But I mean, there was a YouTuber that went there, and he did a YouTube video about. But of course, they knew he was doing something for YouTube, so they let him be and etc. But yeah, I mean, yeah, those are places that, yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they invite me officially, the president says, listen, I love Kizomba, I'm your fan, I want to invite you. He's the president. I mean, yeah, call my dad. Hey, dad, what you think? And he's gonna be like, oh, Kimmy, yeah, I know since he's a kid, don't worry. That's what my dad's gonna tell me. Whenever I go to a country, my dad say, hey, call uncle, whatever. So I go to those countries, I call the said uncle, and most of the time it's like a prime minister, an ambassador, sometimes it's the president of the fucking country, and I'm like, Dad, you didn't tell me. He was like, yeah, that's my friend, don't worry. So hey, it is what it is. Ay. It is what it is. Oh, everybody, put some birthday cake in the chat for Mountain of Inspiration. That was your birthday. You don't even say to your cousin, hey, happy birthday, dear cousin. I love you. I'm proud of you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mountain of, wait. Happy birthday at Mountain of Inspiration. Yay. Why this is not in my calendar? You have to give me the exact date so I can add it to my calendar. It's not normal that I don't know these things. Or I forgot those things. Oh, I'm not comfortable tonight. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, listen, it is what it is. Oh, CV Beats. What up, brother? How you been? Whoop, 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 whoop. Birthday boy. Mountain of Inspiration. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go soon, so let me talk to you about the last subject. I want to talk to you about the movie that I saw. And vraiment, toujours dans la démesure d'Alia. That's dope. Congrats. Let me add it to my calendar. So, now it's there. All right. Add it to my personal calendar and make it. How do I make it? Repeat every year. There you go. Whoop. So I took my wife to the movies, and we went to see Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. And I had an interesting conversation with a friend. We had a debate about that. And for him, it was a great movie. For me, it was okay. Visually, it was very good. You could see that they have more budget. And I mean, listen, the first one was visually amazing for me. I loved the respect of a certain view of an African culture. I think it was great. I love to see a few actors that I know, etc., etc. The fact that everybody had an accent, all black cast, etc. Okay, it was cool. But I believe that the problem with this type of show is that when you do a show and people are doing the show not knowing what's going to happen, they don't know if it's going to be a blockbuster or if it's just, hey, listen, we're gonna give you 200 million budget or 150 million, and you better listen. If you make us a benefit of at least 20 or 30 or 50 million, maybe you will have a number 2. And then when it came out, to the surprise of everybody, it was one of the most grossing movie for Disney Marvel. 1 billion and some. Everybody went crazy. It was like, yo, that's the movie. So the problem to me with this is that okay, first there's 2 things. Once you make the perfect movie, it is very hard to redo a perfect movie, especially when you lose your main actor, who's really the star and the heart of the movie. When you lose him, and rest in peace Chadwick Boseman, when you lose him after you already have the scenario for number 2 and etc., and you have to redo everything, rethink the whole thing, it changes everything. So to give you first my positive reactions, the movie is 2 hours and 40, and I didn't feel them. So it means that I watched the movie. Cool. Visually very beautiful, really nice. And then even if I had some critics, I believe, to me, I understand. I don't want to put the movie down, because it's still great that we have that movie and a sequel, etc. I asked my wife when we were done watching, what did you think? And she said she loved it. And she said, what about you? I said, it was cool. After the first one, I was, yeah. But this one, I was like, I think my main two issues is I don't see the actress that is playing Shuri as a Black Panther. Like, I don't know, the role doesn't fit her. She's perfect as this amazing scientist, and yeah. And I know in the book, I think in the comic books she becomes Black Panther, but she doesn't give it to me. You see what I mean? Oh, listen. No. Coming to America was worse. Coming to America, I was trying to like it, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Now, Coming to America #2 was horrible. That was whack. No, listen. After the Masterpiece, that's the #1. This one, they really did a bad job. But here, I wouldn't say that Ryan Coogler did a bad job. I believe that he just did choices that I don't know. Like, for me, who was perfect as Black Panther, she has everything. She's beautiful. She has the body. She's just Lupita Nyong'o. Listen, Lupita as the Black Panther, I would have said yes. Yes. Then the rest, to me, I don't, it didn't do it for me. The other thing that caught my attention, nothing troubled me watching the movie. It was cool for me. But it was more something that I can see. There's a trope with Disney, is they have this over wokeism inside of Disney, where they are trying, and I think it's Hollywood, but they are trying to politicize entertainment to the max, a little too much. And if you decide not to see it, you're good. But if once you start seeing it, it's hard to unsee it. I saw it first with the Star Wars, and I didn't pay no mind too much. I was just like, okay, it was cool, but it felt like I was watching episode 4 again. It was a reboot. And then you start realizing that in the Disney movies, when it's a woman that is a hero, or when it's a woman that is, you will see that even if the woman is a bad person, they will have a redemption in the end. They don't die. Even if it's the villain. For example, in Black Widow, in the end, I was under the spell, whatever. And in Star Wars and in many Marvel movies, when it's a woman that is the protagonist, she does everything better than men and much faster, way faster. Like, you're gonna have your hero gonna, you have to take the steps when you the story of the hero. You see, sometimes you have to fail a bit, learn more and more and more, and maybe at the episode 3 you were amazing. Especially in those superhero movies. The reason why everybody loves Iron Man is because in the beginning he's a jerk, and after 20 movies he sacrificed himself for the world. When it's a woman, she's perfect from the start, and it makes it hard for people to connect with the people. And the problem is that when you have all these people writing those stories and now just trying to, ils veulent cocher les cases, les gens. They're just trying to make it in a way where, hey, so we need a woman. She needs to be non-white, and she needs to be super strong, and she needs to kick man ass. She needs to be kick ass, and she needs to, every man that is boom. And so you don't connect with the hero because you don't see them grow. They just arrive and they are amazing. And I didn't feel that much in that movie, but then I felt it after watching. I was like, wait a minute, like, there was no man in that movie. It was like a movie it was like the Woman King Volume 2. It was only women. It was only the Wakanda warriors, all women. It was Shuri. It was the Black Future Iron Man, Ironheart. I don't know. I didn't like that storyline. I don't think they did it very well. And yeah, you look the movie, you're like, wait a minute, why is like, well, there's no men there? Like, all the men get their ass kicked. And I was like, okay, I guess that's the new Hollywood. I mean, it didn't prevent me from liking the movie. I just felt that after watching it. And I was like, yeah, the movie was good. But I also understand that there's this handicap when you start with such an amazing actor, and then you lose him on the way. It is complicated. So I take this into account. What's my chair is? Oh, there you go. So I understand that. I really take this into consideration as I'm saying this. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's actually a great movie. I believe that I would have preferred the Namor story to be a separate movie because there was a lot of it. And actually felt like it feels like, okay, I'm gonna tell you how it feels. It feels that let's say you have this club, you have this company, and you're like, please let me do a club. Let me take care of one of the clubs. And they say, okay, you can take room number you can take that room in the back and you do your thing, but nobody expects you to do something amazing. And then you do something amazing, and now the people who just made $1 billion with you, they're like, oh, can you do another one? And you're like, of course. And now they're like, oh, hey, listen, we're also gonna put this and we're gonna put that, and oh, you're gonna convey that message, and oh, listen, it's not gonna be just the blacks, it's gonna be the Mexicans as well, and it's gonna be this and it's gonna be that. And you're like, but listen, it was a cool movie. It was a cool movie. I don't want to spoil it. It's just that when I came out, I was like, yeah, I mean, you know. But I mean, listen, they did what they could with what they had. I really believe that the fact that they lost the main actor really makes the whole story complicated, I guess. So listen, other than that, it was a cool Marvel movie to watch. Again, listen, I'm not a big Marvel fan. I'm more a Star Wars fan, and even there, I'm not like so knowledgeable about. I don't read the comics, read the books, all that stuff. So it's good entertainment, and as long as you look at it this way, you enjoy the time. So that's exactly how I looked at it, and I enjoyed it. Then after a week, I was like, you know, I saw a few things, and I was like, oh. But listen, I think they did a great job with without the star of the show. I understand that they didn't want to replace him, but Lupita was the one. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. Listen, go see the movie. Support the amazing work of Ryan Coogler, because it's important. I was born in Kinshasa, so that's where I'm from. Also, too. For me, it was great entertainment, but I wouldn't give it a 3 stars. I will not watch it 3 times. Well, listen, to me, the Marvel movies, I mean, there's a lot of them that, I mean, listen, me, I watch not as a fan. I watch them like, maybe I could rewatch everything to understand the connections of everything. But I mean, some people, they are really into it. Me, I'm not into it. I'm more like, I watch everything Star Wars. But Marvel, yeah. But listen, it was great entertainment. Because of feminism, we see such in this. I know that the people at Disney are very into the whole very woke, very feminism, feminist. There's really an activism inside of the company, but they have to be careful, because I think it's creating a loss of money in the company, because a lot of people are saying now, hey, we just want to see entertainment. We're not here to receive lessons from everybody. We are just trying to watch a good movie. And whether it's with black people, if it has a reason to be there or not, or whatever, or stop trying to always give lessons to everybody about the world and lecturing people using the movies. But then again, if you think about it, if you go rewatch Rambo 3 in Afghanistan, you realize that the Americans have used movie to propaganda, to do propaganda forever. So it's not something new. It's just that once you see it, and me, I look at movies and I listen to music in a very different way. I don't know how to not see the collaboration. When somebody takes a phone and it's a Samsung phone, I'm like, oh, somebody paid. You see what I mean? If I see like 2 Samsung phone, but a Samsung tablet, I'm like, okay, they paid. And some people, they don't even see that. Me, I don't know how to see it differently, because I understand also what's happening in the back. And once you see the Disney trope, that hand of trying to have that woke message all the time, you start understanding why some fans of those franchises like Marvel and Star Wars are like, enough. Just tell us the good stories. And listen, if you have an amazing story and then you want to sprinkle a little bit of feminism, some minorities, make it inclusive, yes, but the good story first. And I believe that the problem of a lot of these companies is that they want to put the activism, the wokeism, and ils veulent cocher des cases. They want to have all these things first, and then they want to write a story around it. And that's how you write a bad story. That's when you like the people see, like, it's, you know, in Avengers, I think it's in Avenger, the first time I was like, So in Endgame, there's a moment they fighting against Thanos, and there's this moment where you have the badass moment of the women. You have like all the women hero at a point, you can see them all fighting together one by one. And there's a moment like you see them, they are in slow motion, the music changes, and it's like the moment of the woman. And I remember in the room, everybody clapped. Everybody was like, yeah. And yeah, it was cool to see. And I didn't think nothing. I was like, oh, okay, that's the women's moment. Okay, why not? But then once you see that, you start looking at the rest of the movies, and you see that now in every movie there's going to be one. In the Star Wars movie, there's one. In the Mandalorian, in the episode The Rescue, you always have that. It's like, oh, we need the Vader moment. We need the women's moment. We need the black person or the Indian person. And you like, guys, the movie first, the story first. Then, but hey, listen, what you want me to say? It is what it is. It's their movies, they do what they want. Hi there. Can you see my comment? Of course I can see your comment. T'as déjà fait un concert à Brazzaville? J'en ai fait 20 au moins. It was cool when they had a scene of Boa Vista. Yeah. And the Haitians were happy too. Yeah, that was cool. The new trilogy of Star Wars don't even have a feel of a Lucasfilm. Even more like a Marvel movie. Yeah. Definitely. They bought it, so. Yeah. Listen. In terms of Star Wars, I don't know if you saw it. Go see... what is it? Go see Andor on Disney Plus. Listen, for me, this and The Mandalorian are the best Star Wars. Mandalorian, very Lucasfilm, very Dave Filoni, and Andor, very different, but amazing acting, amazing story. Anyway, this is all I had for you tonight. I hope you enjoy. If you enjoy the show, don't hesitate to put a like. You can support with a super chat, and make sure that you leave some unicorns in the chat to say that you enjoyed it. And you can always share this show everywhere. You know how we do. I'm gonna go get some rest. This show was brought to you by Shada, the gods of good fortune. It is 2:20 a.m. here in Portugal. And listen, thanks everybody for coming. And listen, I'm going to leave you with some nice music. What am I going to play you? Listen, I was playing you some AC Jordan in the intro, so I'm going to play you some AC Jordan in the outro as well. So from the 2012 album, that was in 2012 that I released that? I thought it was... Okay. I'm gonna play you that song called Sex Toy. Hey, Tatiana. Bisous, bisous. I'm gonna play that song called... Sex Toy. I like this song. I'm going to play that song called Sex Toy by AC Jordan. And I will see you Wednesday with a new Club Shada conversation. Before I go, you can now find Club Shada on as a podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all the podcast places. So please go and subscribe and go give them some play. And I'm gonna see you when I see you, which means Karim, you can see my show. Tu peux voir mes shows sur la chaîne YouTube. Tu vas sur la chaîne et tu tapes Brazzaville et tu verras. Il y a tous mes shows dedans. Voilà, tu peux voir. J'avais chanté. Le dernier, c'était dans un stade. Les deux derniers, c'était dans des stades. Un aux Jeux africains et l'autre, c'était un autre stade, je ne me rappelle plus lequel. Merci. All right, let me play you AC Jordan. Sextoy, dédicace à Julie Badi.
Personne ne te jugera, personne ne le saura.
Je serai ton sexe,
objet de tes désirs.
je serai ton sexe,
debout toute la nuit.
je serai ton sexe,
orgasme garanti.
je serai ton sexe,
J'adore entendre ta voix quand tu gémis. Yeah. Faisons parler la sueur, faisons-le sans tabou, car je vais te faire voyager dans des contrées inexplorées, te faire transpirer et te faire crier. Yeah.
je serai ton sexe,
L'objet de tes
je
désirs,
serai ton sexe,
debout toute la nuit.
je serai ton sexe,
Orgasme garanti.
je serai ton sexe,
Oh
je serai
yeah.
ton sexe,
L'objet de tes
je
désirs,
serai ton sexe,
debout toute la nuit.
je serai ton sexe,
Orgasme garanti.
je serai ton sexe,
J'adore entendre ta voix quand tu gémis.
let's get
Yeah. My baby, let's get nasty. Let's get nasty. My baby,
let's get nasty.
ah.
Je serai